Cholas nu a haiku toi Jalavin Michaela.
Culture is very important to a country because I think it makes a country what it is, and I don't think countries like Scotland would be the same if they didn't have a really great culture, like things like eating haggis and wearing kilts. Even though it's most of the time it's not true, it still makes the country more interesting.
How each and every person in their different views looks at the world.
It's what makes me an individual. Like, I like animals, I like food.
It means when you're different from other people, but that's you as an individual.
Racism means somebody making a big deal of somebody else who has a different colour of skin.
It means jumping to conclusions about someone's personality based on a small trivial piece of information, like if you've got brown hair you're very smart, or if you've got red hair you've got a bad temper.
It's like where people tell you you're like from somewhere, but like you have to wear that certain thing. Like for Scottish people it's like kilts and you have to eat haggis, neeps and tatties, but not all Scottish people like haggis, neeps and tatties.
Prejudice and judging before you know someone, so it's really unfair, and it's sort of like what goes on between England and Scotland. Just sort of, everybody hates each other because of some ancient grudge that no one cares about anymore.
I think patriotism is when you're proud of your country, or like your town or your village or wherever you come from. You're really proud of it, and you'd be happy to say to someone, this is where I'm from, and not be afraid to tell people that.
It may not be where you were born, but it's where you mostly feel at home.
Well, heritage is something that you get from your family and where you're from and where you grew up. Just things all around you. What makes you?
Personally, I'm a Protestant rather than a Catholic, but I go to a Catholic school because it's got a faith rather than is a non-religious school, because instead of being an outsider for having a faith, which I wouldn't mind, but it's just, you just feel more at home in a school that has a faith, even though it's not the same faith as you.
It's actually kind of scary how sectarianism relates to us sometimes, because even in our school just now there's a bit of sectarianism because we're so different and we've got different views, and there's so much more stuff we could be doing together.
Tolerance means accepting someone's differences.
Respect means to me is when people are helpful and kind to each other and don't let each other down.